Hey everybody, my name is CJ Bell. My pronouns are they, them. I am the Sex Worker Giving Circle Program Associate, former fellow and former advisor for Sex Worker Giving Circle. I'm also a former member of the STARS Advisory Board, and I am joined here today by one of my favorite comrades from the city of Birmingham, the Daroneshia Duncan-Boyd, the Executive Director of TAKE Birmingham. Miss Daroneshia Duncan-Boyd is an unapologetically Black trans woman and Southerner and the executive director of Take Resource Center, which is specifically focuses on trans. It's a trans people of color led organization headquartered in Birmingham. Daroneshia served as the founder and the executive director of Transgender Advocates Knowledgeable Empowering, which is the acronym TAKE Resource Center, an advocacy, support, and direct service and resource center for Black and Brown, trans, and non-binary communities in Birmingham, Alabama. Ms. Duncan-Boyd has a deep commitment and passion for this work. As an out trans woman born and raised in Alabama, she experienced physical and sexual violence, workplace and housing discrimination, and the spiritual toll of exclusion from the church and community. She remembers acutely what it was like to be honored for her advocacy, even as she struggled with addiction and engaged in sex work in order to survive. Along the way, she gained smarts, savvy, and a deep appreciation for the brilliance and the resilience of trans people, especially Black and Brown trans women. She carries the memories of many people she's lost to needless and preventable violence. Her work at Take is a reflection of her commitment to transform the intent behind the hashtags of hashtag not one more and hashtag say her name into a set of impactful strategies, programs, and resources that will honor the lives of those that have been taken too soon and create pathway for and by with those that are still here. Ms. Duncan-Boyd's vision for Take started as a peer support cohort in 2013. Oh, y'all are coming up on the 10 year.
Yeah, we
Uh
already turned 10, April the 27th.
yes. Well, happy belated birthday. Amen.
Yeah.
Darisha opened the doors to the physical location for Take in 2017. Since then, she has built a powerful leadership team of trans leaders. Together, they have built one of the most impactful trans-led organizations in the South. Take provides an array of services, including but not limited to programs that support trans and non-binary people to navigate and manage unemployment, incarceration, and community reentry, homelessness, HIV and AIDS, addiction, mental health issues, and violence. Resources and services include a clothing boutique, a peer support, and access to food security. Much of Ms. Duncan-Boyd's work centers trans women of color. However, her commitment, vision, and heart are firmly grounded and connected to the broader work of racial, gender, and economic and LGBTQIA plus justice. Ms. Duncan-Boyd's leadership has been recognized and featured on HBO's Wyatt Senec's Problem Areas and State of Pride. She has been honored as an Alabama Champion of Pride, and she's also been featured in The Advocate magazine and recognized as one of the top 7 inspiring LGBTQ leaders in Alabama. Everybody, give it up for Miss Daroneshia Duncan-Boyd. Everybody just go ahead and give your snaps, give your claps, give her all the love. My sister, please tell me, talk to me about the impact of Take and the importance of your work and just share with the community. I'd love to hear directly from you.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much for that beautiful introduction. CJ, it means a lot. Of course, knowing what Birmingham gives, being able to share space with me is just a momentum moment to be back here in this space with you in this capacity of work that you're doing. Just simple, the impact that Take have been able to do here in not only Birmingham, but in Alabama to create a presence and a voice for trans folks, especially Black trans folks, giving trans community an outlet where we're able to come together and, just share our joys, our sorrows, our crises, just all those things happen within this safe space. Being able to serve hot meals daily, have the Teas Boutique here, just all around holistic program that makes sure that our community is moving towards a path of liberation and joy. So Take have made a tremendous impact in many folks' lives. And we notice that with the work that we do, we focus and we primarily support Black trans individuals, but me being a God-fearing person, I feel like it's important that any trans person that walk through the door that needs some type of service or whatever they need, we meet them where they at. We don't turn anyone around, and we make sure that they get the services that they need.
Period. I just appreciate that and getting to hear about the ways in which your organization and you have like, I don't even want to use the word grown because for me, Daroneshia, you're like an elder. Like I look up to you in movement, but I feel like your evolution and just to see you continuously thriving in the work that takes does in the space that you take up, like you said, not just in the city of Birmingham, but in this entire like region in the Southeast,
Yeah.
right? Like y'all model
Yeah.
so well for
The
so many
people,
folks.
yeah, the people know Take. They know the work that's happening. Many organizations have patterned themselves around using Take's work as the blueprint of their work that they choose to do throughout the South, and also being able to work on a national level with other trans-led organizations and being able to offer, just a skill set. Around program implementation. What does it mean to run a direct service organization, but also a grassroots organization that centers and keeps our people first? And it makes the work challenging, but it's rewarding in the end.
I love that. And just to like be able to see the trickle down and track the trickle down is like it's just so much juicier like to talk about. You are also like a Take is like a multiple program awardee of Third Wave, meaning y'all have got grants from Third Wave from different programs. And I just wanted to speak to like what has like that been like? What has that relationship been like? What has been able to be created out of that resource? Like if you could share a little bit about that.
Oh my, thank you so much for asking that question. When we think about being able to be on multiple dockets within Third Wave's fund, it means a lot because it shows the level of intentionality around Third Wave is not only investing in the leadership of my personal growth, but also the leadership within the organization development and making sure that they're giving us the power that we need and also the financial support to continue to build base, expand services and programs, and get the things done that needs to be done within Take's infrastructure.
This is so juicy too because and speaking to infrastructure and like the growth of Take, like y'all fiscally sponsor organizations now.
Yes, yes, we actually physical sponsor organizations. I think it's at least six organizations that we currently physical sponsor. Most of those organizations are Black trans led. Most of those organizations are in the South. So we have to continue to pour back into communities because when Take First originally was created, we needed a physical sponsor to give us some support and give us the actual infrastructure that we needed to operate daily, and that the overhead will cost so much when you first beginning to build base and create this level of organization. But now we're able to operate in the capacity to offer other Black trans-led organizations physical sponsorship. And that's, that's great. That's a level of achievement. And it's also rewarding to my soul to know that we're able to do this work, not only with Intake, but with other organizations and helping them figure it out. And so it makes the work a little easier because we know that we're not only doing the work in Alabama, but we're working with other organizations in different states, making sure that the work is getting done.
And that's movement, right? Like,
Movement as a whole.
that's so great. I know that we don't have all the time in the world, and I'm so glad to just be in this space with you and reconnected with you in this capacity. You feel me? Like I feel like this has been a conversation that's been a long time coming. Now, I'm really big into to timing and the right now of it all.
Oh, yes.
But was there anything else that you just wanted to share about?
Just thinking about when you building out these funders relationships, what does that really look like? And the two things that stands out to me most is being intentional and also invested. What does that investment look like? Is it multi-year funding, or is it multi-year funding pools pulling from different places, or even much recommending the organizations that you're working with to other funders that give you money? And then to also, just be intentional. Like if I give said organization money, how do we actually build a relationship, grow in that relationship, and let that person know that's doing this work, they're not alone. Your growing pains, your success, your failures, they're all a part of us as the funders that are supporting y'all. So I think that those are the two things that we need to uplift. And when we build these funders relationships, what does it really look like? Is it intentional? And is the funder actually invested? Are they just giving us enough to continue to starve us? So thank you so much for this opportunity just to share some of my wisdom, my areas of expertise, and hopefully this, resonate with somebody. And most of all, if you are out there and you're funding the work of Third Wave, continue to plant those seeds in Third Waves, because Third Wave is amazing. And they have been along this growth journey with Take for at least the past 7 years that I know of. So continue to support Third Wave in its work. And most of all, you can follow Take at Take Resource Center on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and hopefully you don't mind donating directly to us as well.